It said go.
It said go, so we're going to go. Right after I start the audio recording.
That reminds me of in Spice Girls when they were like trying to run away from the people on the boats, and they're like, "When I say go, go, go." Scary Spice.
Okay. Well, that being said, this week on the Media Virus Podcast, Google discovers parallel universes where TMVP has listeners and Matty is emotionally stable. Belgium's sex workers stand up for benefits and lie down for work. A dirty dozen means something different at this VA. And Royal Rumble, Buckingham Palace maid turns silent night into fight night. And finally, sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes that bear falls out of a tree and gets you back.
Shut up and sit down.
It's the Media Virus Podcast. Now here's your infection team.
Directly from our own deranged corner of the internet, where the headlines are twisted, the jokes are questionable, and the hosts are definitely not qualified. This is the show where no topic is off limits, no punchline is too inappropriate, and no one leaves without learning, or at least catching a little something. Whether you're here for the chaos, the comedy, or just because you've made a series of poor life choices, welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh as our world is burning around us. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the TMVP News, where we point and laugh and maybe shed a single tear as our world continues to spiral into this beautiful chaos. I am your host, Matty Rockdef, and tonight we're cranking up the weird to an entirely new level. We've got quantum computers claiming to tap into parallel universes, because why shouldn't Google be the first to find an alternate reality where Bill Cosby is still America's dad? We're diving into a Royal Rumble. We're diving into a Royal Rumble straight out of Buckingham Palace, featuring a drunken maid who got too spirited at the Christmas party, and of course, the headline that just dropped out of nowhere: Father of 5 tragically taken out by a falling bear during a hunting accident. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Joining me tonight, as always, is our resident expert in snark, inappropriate commentary, and PhD level puns, the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris.
Good evening, everybody.
And fabulous Ricky Rockdef.
Hey there.
Together, we are going to dissect these stories with the grace of a bull in a china shop, and if we're lucky, we might just offend every demographic equally. So grab a drink, buckle up, and prepare to laugh, groan, and possibly question your faith in humanity, because this is TMVP News Live. And as our motto says, let's point and laugh as the world is burning around us. Let's get to it, guys.
Yeah, speaking of pointing and laughing, there's one thing that I want to jump in with real quick before we dive into the stories. Okay. Tonight, as we tape, our good friend Shecky is celebrating his birthday. So I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Shecky.
Yes, a happy 117th birthday to Mr. Shekels von Sheckenster.
And you're dropping out again, bad. It's at the beginning.
I don't know what to do about that. I have no idea what to do about that. There's nothing we can do.
You know, so you can keep an eye on it in case.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know what the.
It's also about acknowledging it, so people don't think we're just ridiculously stupid.
Yeah, because I mean, according to me, everything's coming through
crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
Yeah.
Clear like crystals.
No,
you know what I mean. And if anybody's got a comment out there, if anybody says, "Hey, no, Matty sounds great," or "Matty sounds like a douche nugget," well, Matty always sounds like a douche nugget. That's not what I'm saying.
The proof will be in the. I'll pull down the recordings from
Restream.
And
we've had nothing but problems with Restream. This has really not been a good union between us and Restream. I might have to cancel this and go back to the free version of StreamYard.
This
is ridiculous. We're having one problem after another. Now, I know I put in a bunch of equipment too, so I don't know. Maybe it's just not all working well together. But this is not the fucking show I want to be doing right now.
What happened to Google?
Well, Google.
Well, hang on. Wait. Oh, I see. I'm already fucking up here. So I got to do presentations. Bang.
Yeah, I think you've already missed a couple of slides. Ooh, I like that.
You like that one, don't you?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, let's get to
my first time seeing that one. I like that one too.
Yeah.
I like the first one. Ladies and gentlemen, Google goes multiversal. Still can't find my missing socks. Welcome back to TMVP. This is the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris here to quantum leap you into today's wildest story. Joining me, as always, is the man who's always in superposition between classy and crass, Matty Rockdef. Matty, Google says its latest quantum chip, Willow, might be tapping into parallel universes. Your thoughts?
parallel universes. Mike, I just want to know if they found one where Steve Irwin is still wrestling crocodiles, reality TV doesn't exist, Bill Cosby is still America's dad, OJ's famous for being in the Naked Gun movies and being one hell of a, was he wide out, right? Wide receiver?
I believe
that's what OJ is known for. In these, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's a fair question, man. That's fair. Google claims Willow solved a problem in 5 minutes that would take a supercomputer 10 septillion years. That's so long, even the dinosaurs would have given up waiting for it.
10 septillion years. I know that's about how long it feels when you're waiting for a YouTube video to buffer, but what problem could possibly be so vexing? Like what did Willow solve? Was it calculating how many people still use Bing?
Close. It was a random distribution problem. Useful? Not really, but Google argues this performance hints at quantum computations happening across multiple universes. Matty, I'm starting to think Google's engineers have been watching Rick and Morty on their lunch break.
What I don't understand is how they know how that a supercomputer, no human being has ever sat down and watched a supercomputer for 10 septillion years.
True.
You know what I mean? But if it is parallel universes that they're tapping into, let's hope they don't find one where Clippy from the Microsoft Word is in charge. It looks like you're trying to destroy time and space. Need help?
That's a good one, Matty. But skeptics are piling on. Physicist Sabine Hassenfelder, that's a fun one to say, Sabine Hassenfelder, says the calculation has no practical use. Just like my philosophy degree.
What? Okay, how do we... why couldn't we give it... All right, so many questions in one. Do you have any questions about this?
I don't.
You don't have, why didn't we give it a useful question? How do we know how long it takes to answer this stupid fucking question? Who came up with this stupid fucking question?
I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of questions. You should probably...
You don't have any questions about this?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mike.
That's okay.
But,
no. It doesn't, it's like IBM's still salty over Google's previous claims of quantum supremacy, saying their own supercomputers can do it faster. It's like a nerdy rap battle, but with equations, I guess.
Quantum supremacy sounds like a terrible sci-fi flick in a world where computers rule. One chip dares to dream.
I mean, it would be like an Ant-Man, like Part 5, because their last movie had quantum in the name.
Yeah, or Doctor Strange, too.
Mm.
And yet here we are, debating quantum entanglement and parallel universes, while I still can't figure out how to fix my toaster. But hey, if they ever unlock a universe where I'm a billionaire playboy, I'd call dibs.
Well, dibs noted, Mike. Meanwhile, toasters are like $10.
Yeah.
But I'll be over in here where I get paid to roast stories like this one. TMVP news, ridiculous and always real. And the only lie in that story was the part where I get paid.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of Millionaire Playboy, did you guys watch the Girls Gone Wild, guys?
I haven't. I mean, I watched a lot of Girls Gone Wild commercials.
No, I mean the documentary.
No.
Oh.
Joe
sure,
Francis.
I'm sure. I am sure that he deserves to get locked up.
Oh, he's been to jail already.
Yeah, no. So there's no question in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But those girls now, like if somebody were to do that now in Belgium, they would have maternity rights. Like the girls would have vacation time. They
have like it's a job.
Yeah, it's benefit. You get benefits.
Love to see it.
It's a big glow up for sex work.
Las Vegas would never, because America would never.
Apparently, sex looks like a snack on the table at the movies.
Yeah, I'm not sure where this the graphic that we're reading the story over. I don't quite know what the hell is going on.
Okay. Well,
so
good evening, folks. This is TMVP, where we're always hard at work, just like Belgium's sex workers. Now, with benefits. I'm Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, and joining me as always, the man who puts the rock in Rockdef, Matty Rockdef. Tonight's top story? Belgium is bringing sexy back with maternity leave, pensions, and sick days for sex workers.
Mike, finally a government that understands the struggle of multitasking moms, juggling tight diaper changes and, latex changes. Who knew Brussels could be so progressive?
That's right, Matty. Under this new law, sex workers in Belgium will now have employment contracts, health insurance, and maternity leave. Or as one worker, Sophie, put it, finally I can take a break between labor and labor.
I mean, like talking about, turning tricks into treats. But seriously, 6 weeks of bed rest sounds more like a work retreat than recovery for some of these ladies.
No kidding. And check this. Each office now comes equipped with a panic button, because if you're not satisfied with customer service, just scream for HR. Imagine if accountants had the same feature. Help, this guy's asking for more deductions.
Well, Belgium is ahead of the curve. Most other countries are still debating whether to legalize it. Meanwhile, over there, they're unionizing the horizontal industry.
And we can't ignore the critics. Some say normalizing sex work is dangerous. But let's face it, Matty, Belgium just legalized being screwed and getting paid for it. Most of us are stuck with just the first part.
True that, Reverend. Bottom line, love it or hate it, these reforms are a world's first, and if you ask me, they're giving a new meaning to employee satisfaction.
Hashtag benefits in bed, Matty. Belgium is proving that even the world's oldest profession deserves a modern benefits package.
And on that note, stay safe out there, and remember, the only thing better than protection is protection with a pension.
I know that's right.
TMVP, where every story is a guilty pleasure.
You want to move to Belgium and become a working prostitute?
They would probably had to hire some HR people to handle.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of non-sexual.
Yeah, like there's a lot of admin that goes with this. That's my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So I could be a Belgium HR lady.
You could be a
Gianna.
like a
I mean,
Ooh, you could be the whore HR. The her.
I mean,
Her.
conceivably, this not only helps that particular industry, but it also creates more jobs.
And this comes on the heels of yesterday was Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers. December 17th or December 7th, or 12/17 or whatever, that's how it's remembered.
Yeah.
And I found this really good article by Reason Magazine. And let me share it up for you.
Sure.
Let's see if I can get this going.
Your mouse is incredibly loud.
I'm sorry?
No, it's it's just one of the weird sound things that we're dealing with right now.
So, and the Reason Magazine is, where'd I go? Oh, there we go. 7 ways to mark the International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers. And I've come up with my own list.
I just feel like why is there a list? Just stop killing them.
There's other ways to be violent.
Fuck, she fucking beat my punchline.
Oh, sorry.
The punchline was we have our own list. There's only one. Stop beating whores. And
mine was nicer, probably.
A little bit, yeah, and that's not funny at all.
Hers was nicer. Stop killing whores. How's that nicer than stop beating whores?
Well, she said just stop killing them. But I mean, listen. Here's the thing. Whether you're beating whores or whether you're killing them, we can all stop for one day. It's one day. December 17th.
I mean,
it's not that hard.
I mean,
so rude.
What?
Yeah, we can just stop killing them all the time.
We could.
They put a whole day.
There'd be so many less TV shows out there.
I know, but there's a whole day. No good.
I mean, you got to start with a day, right?
The only thing is, I don't know if it's Becky watching, but I told her that joke and asked her if it was funny, and she said yes. So.
Well, I know it's funny because I said it.
You didn't say it. You didn't say the funny part. You said you said all serious. Oh, you could just stop killing them.
LOL.
All right, I got lost because I was arguing with my wife. So,
well, we were going to talk about the Mountain Home VA, where the staff is very hands-on. Welcome back to the TMVP News. The state salutes our veterans by pointing out when their facilities go full-on soap opera. I'm Professor Mike Litoris, here with the ever-scandalous Matty Rockdef. Tonight, we dive into the Mountain Home VA Medical Center in Tennessee, where the staff isn't just swapping shifts, they're swapping, well, everything else, too.
Jeepers creepers. Mike, it sounds like these folks took team building exercises to a whole new level. 12 people at an orgy? That's a staff meeting. Yeah. Where'd my fucking
or is it a staff mating?
Staff mating.
And get this, a biomedical employee bragged about sleeping with 32 coworkers. That's less of a workplace and more of a reality show. Forget The Bachelor. Let's call it the Biomed Banger.
I know I have a line. I'm all fucked up. Everything's a shit. 32 coworkers at this point. I'd be more surprised if someone didn't catch feelings or at least an HR complaint. Did these folks not get enough training on personal protective equipment?
Apparently not. And let's talk about the orgy, Matty. 12 staff members participating, and we still don't know if it happened on government property. Makes you wonder, did they bill it as overtime or just a really long lunch break?
Well, Mike, this is why Congress is stepping in a senior aide called it a culture problem, which means there's a culture of everybody fucking each other.
Yeah.
I'd say the problem isn't the culture, it's the petri dish.
You're not wrong, Matt. 4 employees, including the facility director, have resigned, and now lawmakers are demanding answers. Personally, I'd settle for a flowchart of who slept with whom and where the panic button was during all of this.
Like, they don't need a panic button. They need a cold shower. This is the kind of care our veterans are funding. I'm starting to think the real VA slogan is service before self-control.
Well, Matty, the investigation continues, but if there's one takeaway, it's this. What happens at Mountain Home doesn't stay at Mountain Home. Hashtag scandalous service. Hashtag orgies on the clock.
And hashtag keep it in your pants, folks. This is TMVP, where we always bring the heat, but at least we keep it professional.
Hold
That's
on.
a lie.
Why are we mad that these people are fucking?
Because they should be fucking helping our veterans get things like beds and ramps.
Yeah, they should be taking care of...
they're on the clock.
They're on the clock doing this.
They're just going to Mountain Home.
Can you imagine having to go like, oh god damn it! I got a meeting at 10, and then I got to do that fucking orgy with Steve. He always gets so rough. God damn it!
Yeah.
You know, that's a pain in the ass.
Literally. I have a thing with people who are at work who aren't doing work. It really fucking grinds my gears.
Well, yeah, that's why we're
going in a whole different direction when you said that.
It looks like Barbies.
Oh, I said, one guy and 12 chicks.
Why?
I don't know. It was because AI wouldn't give me a picture based off the story.
Even AI knows you can only have one Asian in a picture and one black girl. Fucking AI.
I asked for a diversity, so it gave.
So they gave you mostly white people.
Yeah.
There's a redhead.
There's a blonde. There's a sandy blonde. Look at this diversity. There's a redhead.
There's not a curly girl.
There's a couple of yellow girls. A brown.
These two are Asians. She's missing a hand. She's handicapped. She is also handicapped. He's not getting any hand jobs. You know what I mean? So,
hey, the blonde over here has an extra hand, an extra forearm coming out of her elbow. She's got one hand in her pocket and the other holding. I got one hand in my pocket.
What you don't know is
another hand on top of that.
They're not just fucking. They're also cousins.
Jesus, your AI pictures are fabulous, man.
Oh, dude, I try my best.
Do you?
I do. I do. I try. I try and try, really. So.
Oh my God, do I try?
Oh my God, do I try? Try all the time.
Oh God. Indigo Girls, right? Is it? No.
Four Non-Blondes. Indigo Girls.
I'm sorry. Wrong chick group. Sorry.
Wrong, yeah.
Oh man. Speaking of chicks, it looks like we got a royal party problem with the chick. There's a palace punch-up when royal staff party like it's 1799. Good evening, loyal TMVP listeners. This is the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris bringing you breaking news so juicy it could dethrone your morning coffee. Joining me, as always, is my co-conspirator in comedy, Matty Rockdef. Matty, Buckingham Palace is cleaning up a royal mess after a maid got royally hammered and arrested the staff Christmas party. Your thoughts?
Like, I'm not surprised. After cleaning up after the king all year, the staff probably needed to let loose. Although I guess this one maid, she decided to let the glasses loose instead.
Absolutely. Police were called to a bar near the palace after the 24-year-old maid smashed glasses, threw punches, and went full ye old Jerry Springer. Apparently, she got more lit than the crown jewels.
Oh, it must have been a rough night, dude, for the Palace PR team. I mean, they just recovered from the Prince Harry Netflix spectacle, and now they've got Maid-a-Palooza to handle. At this rate, the royal motto should be, God save the Palace bar tab.
No kidding. Buckingham Palace said it wasn't an official party, just an informal gathering. So informal, it came with free disciplinary action. Imagine your boss throwing you a party and then throwing you under the proverbial carriage for having too much eggnog.
Dude, eggnog, it sounds much more like tequila. On a Tuesday, she spent the night in jail, got slapped with a penalty notice for disorder. I guess she'll be polishing more than silverware for a while, like maybe her resume.
The bar staff, who bore the brunt of her bad behavior, said she tried to turn their party into her boxing match. Forget Downton Abbey drama. This is straight up Buckingham brawl.
I bet the Queen's corgis are wagging their tails in judgment right now. And Mike, let's not forget, when you drink like a royal, you better have a royal-sized bank account to cover the damages.
Wise words, Matty. Wise words. So, folks, if you're planning a Christmas party, maybe keep the festivities a little more silent night and a little less fight club. You're tuned into TMVP, where we always serve the tea. Spiked, of course.
What's the best, Ricky, what's the best Christmas party, like work Christmas party, that you've ever been to?
You know, I haven't been to a lot of them, but when I worked in a corporate office, we would have our parties at like hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did win a TV, an LG TV that lasted me for a very long time. At one of these parties, I remember I hated my outfit a lot and I hated my hair. But I don't remember the ones before or after that. Actually, after that is probably when I quit that job to do nails. And then I never had a Christmas party since then.
I just attended, now for years I worked in the construction industry and attended all manner of Christmas party and had some good ones. This year, I'm working at a different place, and it's a kind of it's a larger company, so there's like corporate culture and stuff. So our Christmas party was also a team building event.
Of course.
We went.
Gay.
That's how it's a tax write-off.
We went to a place called an Extreme Zone, which has adult go-karts, like go-karts that are
was this in Newark, Capitol Hill or something?
No, it's in Newcastle.
Okay.
Up near 495, and they've got race karts, so we did go-kart racing and axe throwing.
Did you win?
No, but I did place among some of the faster.
I'd love to see it.
And it was noted many times that I'm a son of a bitch to drive around a go-kart track behind or around, because I'm out there for blood.
So this is what I want to do, because it's 9:00. I think Aisha is in the studio, in Studio B.
Okay.
All right, our interview for the evening. So do we want to just barrel through this, or do we want to save it for B block and then get into the interview?
Let's well, if she's already waiting, let's hop over there. We'll pop into this story if we need it, and if not, we'll figure something else out. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the A block on the 215th episode of the Media Virus Podcast. And this week, it's brought to you, much like every other week, by 302-46-VOICE. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46-VOICE. Our friends over at mysportsreports.com, they have a shop on redbubble.com where you can buy all manner of art there. Check them out. It's My Sports Reports and My Sports Reports Art Shop. The currently in hiatus, Stepmoms Without Children, is out there for your listening pleasure. It's our sister show here on the network, and always want you to go listen to some of that and leave some comments and let Ricky know that you want her back. You want season 3 and you want it now. Season 3 is like a big deal and shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with the B block right after this.
So bad.
Worse.
Much worse.